Hello, been asked to do a quick tutorial on how to turn someone into a zombie. I'm using paitshop Pro 9. Pretty much does, you can do the same kind of stuff on Photoshop as you can on this. Anyway, right, so first of all start off with a picture. Hey, good for welcome. Start off with the warp brush. You want to change the shape of his face a bit to make it look even more like a zombie. So you bring in the cheeks a bit, and maybe extend the chin, whatnot. Maybe make the eye sockets a little bit bigger. You don't want to overdo it, and also bring out the top of the skull a bit, make him look more skeletal. Right, and you might want to also do the, well, I don't know what that bit is, little laugh lines. Right, then over here you add a new raster layer. And what that does is that gives you a transparent layer which you can clone onto from other pictures, and you can adjust the transparency like this. Right, what should I do first? I think I'll do his eyes. Right, now the best thing to do is also trawl through the internet and look for as many nasty, horrible images, the higher the res the better, that you can use to clone onto the image. Now this is a really bad character, so you use your clone brush, set it to the size of where you actually want to cover. So now you really want basically the eye there. Then on your source image you just right click, and then you just clone it on like that. And that way you've got both of the eyes. Now it doesn't really matter if you go over the edges, because it's on a raster layer which you can adjust the opacity, as you can see, to just how you want it. So if you go to like a semi-transparency, then you can remove any extraneous bits that you want, and then up the opacity again. And also you can use a warp brush to alter it and muck it about. When you got it where you want it, you can then adjust the hue, saturation and lightness a bit. Just bring it down, make it a little bit more milky. Then you can adjust the colour balance. With eyes, I tend to find that if you go with the yellow and red changes, can give a good effect. But it's all trial and error, whatever you're happy with, really. Right, then add another raster layer. Now you can rename them if you want. So if I wanted to rename the second one as wound, like that, because I'm going to put a lovely big wound on his chin there. So clone brush again, get a really nasty ulcerated whatever leg picture this is, and you right click where you want to put that, and then you just add it how you want, and again you just delete any excess bits, and you can drop the opacity a touch. And also, like these, you can also warp around, like if I wanted this to be really cutting in, then I could warp that right the way down to there, go back to the original background layer and warp his head in to correspond, so you know you get a real big chunk out of that. Then you just adjust the, again, you know, your brightness and your contrast and your colour balance. And well, I find you don't tend to overdo the red inside wounds, because, you know, a lot of the time it's, you know, you don't know how long he's been dead, so chances are the colours would have bleached out. Right, so there's that. Add another layer again. You can rename that. I mean I don't tend to, but for the sake of this, skin, and just find lots of, you know, different skin textures or whatnot. I found that one. And one of the things about these is when it's just sort of like that, it really does not look lovely or polished or whatever. But the moment, and the joy of a raster is, the moment you lower the opacity, it can be really effective and subtle. You just go over the lot. And also you can again, obviously I'm going to adjust the opacity on this, and you can also delete certain parts, you know, to give texture and whatnot. And there's his old chicken neck. It's never looked so good. Just bring that down. As you can see, you know, it's just a little nastiness. Right, what else am I going to do? Right, I think I'll add another layer. I might give him some ripped off lips, so if I can find the teeth. There's loads of these pictures on the internet, and I suggest you really do grab a load. And you could just get some teeth there. Now, sometimes, you know, the head's not gonna match the shape of the teeth, as you can see there. So what you do, just tidy that up, is use the warped brush to give the effect of it going around a corner a bit. Then you'd adjust your brightness and your contrast on that. And also with these I tend to use the eraser brush on a very low setting, just to kind of blend in the edges a bit. Yeah, and then you can also use the warp brush to bring those slight edges up, which gives the effect of all this. I mean, ordinarily I'd do the whole lot, but this is just a really quick tutorial just to show you the basics of it. Right, then go back to your background layer, right click, merge all, or flatten. That turns everything into one big hit, so you can adjust the brightness and contrast, and that will do the whole picture. So you can do it like that or whatever, and you can, after that, you just really just muck about with the warp brush to get, you you know, anything else, you know, you can make the eyes a bit more pronounced or whatnot. You can make them look evil. Whatever. You know, that looks a bit too red, so you can go to there should be a saturation brush, which you can, I can never remember what button it is, so you could desaturate it, which takes the slight edge off it. But then you can adjust all the colours to, that's not it, that's colour balance. Yeah, it was kind of evil like that. Then all you need is another background layer. These nice cheeky dark clouds there. You just to give him a bit of a background on him. Yeah. I think he's definitely had enough cowbell. Yeah. So those teeth look a little big, so I might use the warp brush to shrink that. That's it. That one's way too big there. We're not here for art. There you go. Just bring that in like that. And then of course the background you can also again change the brightness, contrast or whatever to wherever you want it. Like that. So this is a very basic tutorial. Then you can just merge those. Now also if you want, you can use the push brush. You set that to a very tiny, like size 2 and opacity 44 maybe. Just if you can see there, bring some hairs out. You know, so just so that, I mean obviously like I say this is just quick, but you know you should spend quite a bit of time. You want to bring it out to at least there, and you know just add lots of little hairs to it and whatnot. Then you can use your darkness, lighten and darken brush. You don't want it too much opacity, about 18 maybe. So you can then, maybe a bit more on that, you can then darken around the eyes, you know. Like that. And then lighten any ridges, or you know, whatever. If you want, you get a lovely red colour, go to your airbrush, then you go to blend mode, burn, opacity very low, 3 or 4, whatever, nice size, and you can get some real, add a bit of blood or whatever if you are of a mind to. Again, because of the colour of the background and you're burning, there's a lot of trial and error into exactly what red will burn a nice red on your picture. But like I say, that's if you want to do that. And after that, you can just go to effects, illumination, lights, and then you just move around with your lighting effects. And, you know, try and get some nice excuse me, get some nice effects going on. Which on here it's just like that. You just you move your little spotlights and change the width of them, and it will then lighten up and whatnot. There you go. Final warp, because he looks like an alien there rather than a zombie. Just bring that in a bit. There you go. Then what's left is to sign your work, file, and save. And there you go. Now go and make a zombie.